Warning, the following is a long list of warnings. If warnings offend you, do not watch this show. Warning, this show contains adult themes. If you're not an adult, do not watch this show. Warning, this show contains a lot of offensive language and may contain graphic content. If you are a Karen, do not watch this show. Warning, this show may contain shabby impersonations of celebrities. If you are a celebrity, represent one, or think this is unfair, do not watch this show. Warning, this show may contain what could be seen as controversial and subversive ideas and opinions. If you can't handle differing opinions, do not watch this show. Warning, this show actively shows the consumption of tobacco, cannabis, and alcohol. If this offends you, do not watch this show. Warning, this show may discuss topics including, but not limited to, those in the realm of politics and conspiracy theories in a politically incorrect format. If these topics offend you or make you uneasy, do not watch this show. Warning, the producers of this show will do almost anything for a laugh. If comedy or extreme comedic premises offend you, please do not watch this show. The opinions expressed on this show are not necessarily those of the producers, affiliates, hosts, ISPs, streaming platforms, advertisers, partners, or alike.
Coming to you from an undisclosed location inside the beautiful land of the Blackfoot Confederacy and Treaty 7 territory, Big Nate Productions presents Getting Late with Nate.
Yo, God damn it, it's Friday night. Welcome to a special Canarican edition of Gettin Late with Nate. I want to say happy birthday to Canada, happy birthday to America, and may we go on forever. I have a stick even. I have a stick to go on forever. All right, we've been working on stuff this week, trying to get lighting better, costume is happening. We got double glasses going on. I see there's quite a few people in the chat. Thanks for joining, everybody. Well, I do this every time. What the fuck? Let's call Tom Green. I feel like if we don't do it now, it'll miss, and then fuck. So, anyways, this is stupid, but I'm going to keep doing it for a while. We're going to try and get Mr. Green on the phone here. All right, first number, we're dialing 1-323-822-5300. Call him anytime. Shit, it's never rang before. Oh my god. Fuck, what am I going to ask him? Holy shit. This phone is actually ringing. Before it just went to...
This mailbox is not currently accepting messages because voicemail has not yet been activated.
Okay, well, that's fair enough. And then the next one we're going to call is 510-925-1565. So close. I agree. This is ringing. That never rang before. Never know, he might be up having drinks. Tom Green. Come on. Everybody psychically tell him to pick up the phone right now. Come on, do it, Tom. Do it. God, this is such a shitty bit. Oh, boy. All right. How many rings should we do? Yeah, fucking pick up the phone, Tom. That's right. I'm wasting all his time calling him every week. How's everybody doing in the chat there? He probably would answer just hammered, too. I bet you anything. Nah. All right. User busy, it says. Well, there we go. Oh! Okay. Back to single deckers. Well, this week has been a breaking news week. Lots of cool things have happened. Later on, we're going to talk to my buddy Chuck. He's in a band called VOTOV, among others. They have a new album, IXXI, coming out August 14th. Go check that out. They played the first show with people. There was like 120 people there. They were all sitting down in chairs and stuff, which is something. But anyways, we watched a video off of that live stream that was excellent. And then before that, we will talk to my buddy Valax in Black Pestilence. They put together a series of quarantine videos, and he premieres one. And then now I'm going to get to my buddy Jordon Bourgeault. He has a company called JBo Airbrush, and they have some incredibly exciting news. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play his commercial, and then I'm going to play his segment. Thanks, everybody. All right, I'm here today with my buddy Jordon Bourgeault of JBo Airbrush. How's it going, man?
Good, man. How are you doing?
Good. We know each other from playing in bands. You're in a rad instrumental band called Illuminated Minerva. We have some breaking news today. You kind of scored quite the gig here, didn't you?
Yes. So I guess I'll explain a little bit. I'm an airbrusher. And some of that includes doing shoes. So I paint custom shoes sometimes. And the job I just did was a Mortal Kombat shoes, like design. And it was for Chris Brown, like the R&B singer. And
Nice.
how that came about was he just slid into my DMs on Instagram is how that came about. I painted like a pair of shoes that looked like a dragon. And I made like a little video for them and stuff. And one day I woke up and I just had like a, inbox message, and it was just like, yo, man, your work's awesome and all this stuff. And I'm not even like a big R&B guy. So I was like, Chris Brown, that name sounds familiar, And I look and it's like his official thing with like 67 million followers and everything. So I was like, holy shit, this is like the actual dude. So that was pretty cool. And then I basically knew he was interested. So I just sort of was like, if you want something done, man, hit me up. And then we talked about it, and he likes Mortal Kombat, I guess. So that was the design we went with.
Oh, cool. It was the Mortal Kombat thing was his idea?
Yeah, that's how it came to be. And then I had been, so I made a cool video on it that's all stop motion. I've kind of been getting into stop motion as well. And I did another little video that was a test just to see if I could do stop motion in my painting, like kind of touch it with a brush and go and make it look like it just gets magically painted, So I did a little test like that I knew I would do for a bigger project coming up. And then when this happened, I thought, well, that'll be cool. And I can make the shoes look like they're fighting as well as me painting them throughout that process.
You've been nice enough to share this with me and Can we show the people this video real quick?
Yeah, let's watch it and then we can talk about it.
All right, cool. We'll be right back.
Round 1. Fight! Get over here!
Cold enough for you. I will relieve you of your burden. Allow me to cool your anger. Freeze!
Get over here! Finish him! Fatality. Scorpion, reptile. Round 1, fight.
Man, that's awesome.
Sick.
That must have taken forever. Like, that's what, 2 or 3 minute long video?
Yeah.
How many hours do you figure you got into that?
I mean, well over 1,000. I don't even know. I stopped counting. And it's not just it's partially the stop motion. That takes forever. Like, I would do days where I'm painting, but then there's days where I'm not even painting. I'm just making like the shoes dance around. And I think that that's not going to take very long, but it takes forever. And I don't really have proper rigging. And the rigging is sort of like the structures that come in to hold the shoe. So the shoe's floating in the air. I need to have it be able to sit steady and be able to like move it to this spot for the new picture, move it to that spot. So guys have like these fancy dual arm things. I don't really even have any of that. So I got them piled up on blocks, shit like that, so I can make it look like this. And then later, I got to get rid of those blocks. So I spent so much time in post just cutting out the shoe, putting it on a big background, fake drawing a shadow in there. Like almost all the shadows in it are fake, and I didn't really realize what I was getting into being so new to stop motion, but I am really happy with it. But yeah, stupid amount of hours. Even the painting, stop motion is or airbrushing is so time consuming and slow and tedious. And then you add that I'm gonna like paint a quarter inch of it, put my hand back in position, take the picture, paint another section of it, put my hand back in position, take the picture.
I was going to ask you about that. So
yeah,
did you do that in conjunction with actually painting the shoes, or did you have to do it a separate for the video? Like, were you able to kind of, because the way you mask stuff off and stuff like that?
Yeah, exactly. So I did both. Some of them are like authentic stop motion where I literally like paint. One time I had 4 airbrushes all filled with color going, and I would paint a completed section so it looks like it's done, like this big, and then put my hand in position where it was last time, take the picture, paint all 4 airbrushes a little bit more. And then some of it I didn't do that. Some of it I wanted to, basically once I showcased one piece of it, say for example, the Mortal Kombat logo at the toe of the shoe, I didn't really want to go through that all again on the second toe. I thought, well, everyone's already seen it already, plus this will end up being like a 10-minute long video and take me 5 months instead of 3 or whatever it was. Right? So I thought, well, the second time it comes about, I'll just make it happen differently and happen quicker. So the second time, I painted a whole bunch of the other shoe, and I kind of just made my hand run over top of it with the airbrush, so it looks like I'd be painting it. Then I painted the entire shoe, put it back in the same position, and retook the photo, and then I did it all with Photoshop to make it look like every photo was, a new little bit painted. So I sort of did both in the end.
That's unreal, man. That's a lot of work. Holy.
Yeah, it was tons, man. And then even just, especially the post, man, just getting rid of the rigging. I've just been editing. I even did a thing where I messed up partway through. So the shoe at the beginning, they're fighting, it gets hit and it does a backflip. But what I did was I came in on a new day and I made it land the backflip and then like charge in. And I kept filming a whole bunch of stuff. But what I had done is the wrong shoe landed the backflip. So I was like, what the?
Throw away 80 hours.
And it's like, yeah, is anyone going to notice? Well, no, I'm just too anal about things. So I actually fixed it. I reshot a couple of scenes, and on a bunch of them, I went in and I reversed the video, and I went in and I reversed every Nike logo for every single picture that's in there. Every single frame, I went in and I reversed the fucking Nike logo, like 500 frames of Nike logo being flipped around. So there's just like a bunch of stupid work that I didn't expect. But I do like it. It's kind of a new hobby because, I was drumming for forever. Now I've been doing airbrushing for forever. I'm sort of moving into stop motion, but it's cool because I can combine it with the airbrushing and it's got like an extra wow factor,
Yeah, for sure. How long have you been doing the airbrushing thing?
Well, I've been doing it for like my business for like 10 years. So,
Nice.
So before that, I did it for like a hobby for a couple of years. And then I actually got a job at a prop making place. So they would make like dinosaurs for museums and, just large props made out of styrofoam and then usually hard coated rubber. And then I was in the paint department there. I was there for like 1 year. And then I actually got laid off from that job when it was like, I don't know, the 2010, 12, whatever it was, when the sort of recession happened.
Sure.
And they went down to not having very many employees, and I was laid off in that. And I had a bunch of side jobs, so I just started doing that. And that sort of led me into doing like JBo Airbrush full time.
Oh, very cool. So what do you think this could mean for you, the whole Chris Brown thing? Is he going to pay you like $100,000 for the shoes, or is it just going to be a big Instagram blow up, or what do you figure?
Yeah, I think that's really what it's going to be. I already made the deal with him, and it is pretty much he was kind of playing hardball, and I know it's a good opportunity. So he's basically just doing it in trade for some rep, you know what I mean? But realistically,
64 million followers.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, he's got so many that you'd think a post from him should just blow me up, And he's actually like a huge sneaker guy. He's not just like super famous. He's like huge in the sneaker world and loves them. He's got like, I don't know, probably over 10,000 pairs of shoes or something like that. So for him to seek me out and, slide into my DMs, it's pretty cool. Yeah. I'll just take it for that. I'll take it for the advertisement that it's going to be,
Yeah, for sure. Very cool. Awesome. Well, you're going to be on the news. If you're watching this, you probably missed it already, but your CTV wants to talk to you. Is that right?
Yeah, CTV. They did a story on me a long time ago when I painted a bunch of helmets that were in the Olympics, a bunch of the skeleton helmets. So I kind of just recontacted him because he said if I ever have anything else cool happening. So way back in the day, they did one on me when I did an NHL mask, and then they did a story on me for skeleton helmets. And now they're kind of like think it's cool because I've maybe done all these different things. throughout the years.
How many masks have you done for the NHL? You figure
for the NHL, only one. I've done a ton for junior guys and everything like that, but only one of them was, and it was for Calgary Flames. It was for Red O'Bara, and he was only in on the Flames for a short period of time.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
All right. Well, very cool, man. Best of luck with all this. That's super. I'm super pumped. It's a big breaking news week here on Getting Late with Nate. Lots of neat stuff is happening. So,
yeah, very cool, man. All I can say is hopefully just go check that out on YouTube. I know you already watched it, but I'm just trying to promote to my YouTube channel a little bit, get people watching that.
Awesome, man. Thanks for your time. We'll see you soon.
Cool. Okay. Thanks, brother.
Isn't Jordon great? He's so great. Like he said there, go to YouTube, go to his YouTube page, and let's cross-pollinate. Let's put the Nate and cross-pollinate. Let's let's do it. Sorry, Craig. Gosh. Don't unmute a guy once. Unmute a guy, and there you go. So I think what we're going to do is an impromptu. We got lost pets. We got to find them. Okay, so let's see here. I got to switch over to this guy. And, yeah, we got some lost pets happening here. Oh, boy. Missing cat in Evergreen. Shawnee Slopes. Oh, this cat. Oh, boy. Reward if found. Why is my internet so terrible? Our cat got out of the house on Thursday the 18th. She's Siamese tortie with blue eyes. She is very friendly, but will be scared as she is an indoor cat. She is a small cat. Her name is Chibi's. Please text me if you found her or have seen her. 403. Should I be putting these people's numbers out on the internet? I mean, I don't know. They want to find their cat, right? Okay. Yeah, I gotta have one sound screw up per show, everybody, just so you know. Oh, here's a good news story. Found. Oh, maybe they're trying to. Oh, that lovely. I don't know if you could call that cat lovely. Maybe it's about. Oh, yeah, all cats are lovely. Oh, that's a better shot. Okay, let's find out what happened here. Somebody found this cat. Does this gorgeous cat belong to you? I've just found him living under a nearby tool shed. The neighbor kids tell me he has been there for days. This cat is pitifully thin and gobbled a bowl of dry cat food, and I've given him clean drinking water. If this is your cat, get a hold of this guy on Kijiji. Anyways, that was... All right, so now we're going to talk to my buddy Valax of Black Pestilence. Go to their Bandcamp. Alex from Black Pestilence, how's it going today, man?
Good. How you doing?
Good. We're going to watch a video called Hellfire from Black Pestilence here in a second. But I was wondering if you could let the people know when and where and how Black Pestilence came about.
Well, Black Pestilence started right here in Calgary, 2008. Originally started as a one-man black metal band. Over the years, wanted to play live, so got live members to help assist on stage. And ever since then, around 2010, it was a three-piece band, and it's had a number of lineup changes to what it is today. And it's pretty much been a three-piece ever since.
Very cool. You guys did a bunch of Eastern European touring last year, didn't you?
We went in 2016 and 2018. So those are the only times we've been over to Europe.
Fair enough. How many? And it was mostly Eastern Europe, right?
Yeah, the furthest west we made it was Austria.
Oh, wild. That's pretty far east for west.
Yeah. Well, like both times we started in Romania, but yeah, we'd work our way over. So yeah, hit up all the countries in there, and it's a very cool part of the world.
You put together this video we're about to watch. Was it? You did it at Dynamite Studios, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was the whole. We were talking months ago, kind of when you approached me about kind of helping you with stuff like this, and I was like, "Oh man, I need to have you on my show." So
yeah,
we were talking about quarantine videos where everybody's kind of at home, but that's cool that stuff's laxed up and you've gotten to all get in one room together and do it up.
Yeah, I guess the big thing is that I think we missed the live stream boat to a degree. That a lot of bands were doing that kind of style of performances, which is cool, and it was definitely more popular when quarantine was in full lockdown mode. But I guess the biggest thing that I wanted to do was do multi-camera angles and have all the instruments mic'd and DI'd. So I'd say the most interesting thing about filming this video is the fact that it had the same pressure of filming a music video, so you got to look good, but it also had the same pressure of being in the studio and you got to play good too.
Yeah,
so
nailing the take.
Nailing the take, and you have no audience to really give you any feedback. So it was like it's not a music video. It's not it is a live performance with no audience, and it was really fucked up, but it was a good experience. So I don't really know what to call it other than a live performance video.
Yeah, but it's like a mixture of all the worst things that a band has to do.
Yeah, pretty much.
Cool. Well, let's take a look at this now. This is... Oh, everybody go to blackpestilence.bandcamp.com. Buy their new record. Hail the Flesh. And check out this tune, Hellfire by Black Pestilence. Awesome. Shit, man. Good work. You put that all together yourself, eh? You recorded all the audio, recorded all the video, mixed it all that yourself, right?
Yes, I do have to give a shout out to some very close friends who ran the cameras and worked the lights. So shout out to them for helping out with this.
Fucking A. Everybody needs help from their friends.
That's right.
Tell me about the new record. When did it come out?
It came out on May 1st. Shout out to everyone who's been listening, buying, picking it up. It's been awesome. Unfortunately, as a result of the pandemic, we had a large number of shows get canceled in May, like everyone else.
Oh, brutal.
But as a result, it kind of lit a fire under my ass because I thought, well, it's still coming out. There's no point in postponing it. So that was the reason why, like the video we just watched, decided to do live performance videos. And there'll be a few more as well that will be coming out.
Yeah, I was going to say there is. You put out one a couple days ago, and then that. Thank you for premiering that on the show, by the way, Hellfire.
Of course, no
and then
problem.
How many more you got up your sleeve there?
Possibly two more. One of them might not make the cut, depending on further inspection.
Yeah, us artists, so hard on ourselves.
That's right.
Cool. So the album's called Hail the Flesh. How many tunes has it got?
9 tracks.
Nice. And again, is the Bandcamp the best place to pick that up?
Absolutely.
Thanks for coming on. Thanks for being prolific. Thanks for letting us thanks for taking the torch and running with it, because that's awesome that, I feel like lots of bands have kind of gone into a weird limbo mode because of all this, and that's really awesome of you to keep putting out rad material and showing it to everybody.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Nate, for having me on the show.
Cheers. We'll be right back. We're right back with audio this time. Isn't that funny? Man, they're great, eh? Holy shit. And these guys, this is Calgary, man. That's how. There's some great bands here. And starting out here, I mean, I've done some blues, but had mostly metal bands on because that's the people I know and stuff. But I'm just happy to be able to have musical guests and do this show. And thanks for watching, everybody. It's really awesome. The numbers are going up. It's good. So next, we are going to talk to my buddy Chuck Labossiere from they're in Winnipeg. Winnipeg-based band VOTOV. He's also in Immortal Possession. And like I was saying earlier, they got to play the first show since the pandemic in Canada, I think. I don't know. If somebody can find a different show that was before them, make me a liar. But say hello to Chuck. I am joined here today by my buddy Chuck Labossiere. How you doing, man?
Good. How you doing, man?
Good. I wanted to have you on because you kind of kicked the fucking door in here. It looks like breaking news. There was a concert.
Yeah. With people. Yeah. It was interesting, man. I'll tell you, it was very different, but it was still a good time.
Last Friday at the Park Theater. Is that when it was? It Friday?
It was actually Saturday, a couple days ago.
Oh, okay, Saturday.
Yeah, at the Park Theater, and it was broadcast live on the internet by the Village Idiots.
Oh, okay, very cool. And put
it's
on
a group
by. Oh, okay, continue. Sorry.
No, that's a group that does like these web broadcasts and stuff. And as you could see, it sounds and looks amazing, right? It was put on by the Park Theater, Ninja Cat Productions, Corey Thomas. He's the guy that put this together, and it is a fundraiser to try and keep this venue alive because you know how it is in the last couple of months without anything going on. These places are just sitting there, right? So they need to generate some revenue. So that's why they're doing this.
Yeah, that's cool. And as we will see in a sec, for those that haven't seen it yet, it did sound and look very good. So it seems like that's a good opportunity to keep the text chops up too, right?
Yeah.
If you don't work for too long, you might forget how to do all this stuff.
Yeah, no doubt, man, no doubt.
Just kidding. That's impossible. And holy shit, as you'll see in a minute, they have not forgotten how to do this shit. I was really surprised at how good it looked and sounded.
Yeah, we were pretty happy when we saw it and heard it too. It's like, wow, great job, great camera work, great audio. Also, the sound guy was Mark Chaplin from Propagandy, sound guy. And he did a great job, man.
He's a legend, dude.
Yeah, really good guy and really talented, and he knows what he's doing. You can always feel confident. Like, I can hear everything on stage, and, you know, we're always like, you're at ease when you're playing a show when you know the sound guy knows what's going on. You know what I mean? Like, when you do sound for us, same deal, man.
Well, thank you very much, sir.
Oh, yeah.
So tell the people about VOTOV. How long has VOTOV been around for?
VOTOV has been around, let me think. I think it's 2012 or something. Just let me check something here. I got, VOTOV. No, it's formed in 2015. I actually, I don't know, time is a weird thing for me. Like, I keep time really good, but time is inexistent to me, right?
So it's like linear or something. It's so weird.
It's very weird for me, right? So, yeah, I guess 2015, and so that's, I guess that's a little while ago, 5 years or something.
5 years? How many records so far?
We had our first album, I just wonder when we put that up. It says 2017. See, I got to look on the internet to know my own stats, because I don't keep track, because I don't know, man. I used to keep track when I was younger, but now it's like, there's so many things to, like, you know, worry about. I'm doing, like, all other work instead of, like, worrying about stuff, you know, like, it's like I'll never watch movies that I'm in or whatever, because I just don't care or whatever, but I will watch my band videos and stuff that, like, concerts that we do. Musically, always I'll check it out or whatever, but keeping track of all this stuff is tough, but 2017 was our first album, and...
What was it called?
That one was called, I think it was just self-titled, eh? Yeah, it was just self-titled, I guess. Well, basically, we were members of Psychotic Gardening, and we were losing other members, and we thought, like, you know, it gets to a point where it's like, well, we could start another band and do something more serious with a three-piece, and then in the other band, just whenever people want to do stuff, we could do less stuff with that band, let's say, you know what I mean? Change priorities, so to speak, yeah. And so that's what we did. And we just, at one point, we just said, we'll just go VOTOV. And,
and three-piece makes it easier to keep contained. You know, it's...
Absolutely.
Cut the check three ways and all that shit, too, right?
Absolutely, man. Yeah. And then, I guess, so we've been talking to people for a little while, like in the last couple of years or whatever, but I never want to do anything. Like, I never want to give away my own music and this and that. Like, it's my babies, man. Like, we create this stuff, and I don't want to just, like, give it up easy, you know, for whatever. But when we talked to Craig from CDN, and we had a good, like, understanding with him on what we were looking for and stuff, and he's an awesome dude, man. And he decided he wanted to put out our next album, which is IXXI, right?
Cool.
And he told me a couple days ago the release date is going to be August 14th, and there is a pre-sale, pre-order sale, whatever it's called, on CDN Records right now. Yeah, but you know what? Okay, so for this, the new album is it's awesome, man. Like, I really, really love it. Songs they're just really good, and I usually mix all our stuff, right? But this time around, I guess I could be thankful for the COVID or whatever, because my friend Jake, the Serrated Scalpel guitar player, he's also a producer and a engineer and all that. And he says to me, "Hey, man, I want to mix your album." And I'm like, you know, well, that's pretty cool or whatever, like, you know, and it's like, You know, I don't, it's like I would do it, and, you know, and I'm okay with doing it and stuff like that. And it's like, whatever. So he says, well, I want to try it, right? And it's like, for me personally, like, I don't care about my ego, man. Like, so I'm like, I don't care if I produce it, whatever. So I'm like, here you go, right? So he takes the album, and he's got a wicked studio, right? So he's got good gear, good, you know, wicked Pro Tools, everything, like newer Pro Tools than mine, right? Good plugins and reamping and all this stuff, right? And he just made it sound just fuller and heavier than I could have done, right? So I just super thrilled about that, because now I got an outside person who's also one of my close friends who knows what I'm looking for, putting this together, like, you know, making it sound like you could hear like the bass, how I want to hear it. Like, you can hear the guitars, you can hear the vocals, the drums, everything, like, you know, the way I want to hear it instead of just mushed up, you know? So.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, and it's easy to give up stuff if it sounds good, right? Like, it's easy, like, it all comes down to what it sounds like. So if he's getting all the tones he wants, that's fucking great.
Yeah, man, we were pretty thrilled with it. Big time, big time.
June 27th, 2020, at the Park Theater. Oh, real quick, how many people were there?
I think it was 120 capacity. It started off as 50. Then they added, I think it was 30 seats or whatever. But I think it turned out to be 120. Everybody had to sit down. There was rows of chairs. I think it was like 4 chairs and then space, and then 4 chairs and then space. And then on the sides there was round tables with bar stools.
So did everybody have to be seated?
Yes.
Ah.
Yeah, so everyone was seated. It was bizarre. It was like wild.
Yeah, I saw a picture of it. It is pretty wild. So what does that venue usually hold?
I think it's 500.
Holy shit.
Or 470 some. I'm not 100% sure about that, but I think it's 5.
Right.
You know?
So and then they had to go down to whatever. What did you say? 120 was what it?
I think it was 120. Like in the end, it ended up being 120. So
wild. Well, hey, better than nothing, right?
You know what? We got to play an awesome show in front of awesome people, and they seemed to appreciate it, and it was really fun.
Very cool. What's the name of this tune?
By the Disgrace of God.
Cool. This is
Whoa. I just fell, but I'm good.
Chuck dropped himself. We'll be right back.
Stay here. There's a pump of the afterglow. By the disgrace of God is by the disgrace of God shall never. All right. Thank you.
Hell yeah. That was a good ass time, man.
Yeah.
It must have been so awesome to be back up there.
Yeah, you know what? It really felt good to be on a stage and giving her with loud volume, feeling the subs and the on the stage, under the stage, just bum 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 bum. It was wicked.
Yeah, the whole room. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, because you can practice in quarantine all you want, but there's nothing like that for sure.
I agree. Yeah, definitely, man. It was awesome.
So I was wondering if you wanted to talk about Immortal Possession and like maybe explain to people that don't know when it started at first and then what's going on here.
Well, Immortal Possession was like 1989. That's when it pretty much started. And then 90, we had, I think, our first cassette back then. Let me see. Yeah, it was 91. So 91, we released our first cassette. 92, second cassette. And 94, we released Mass Murder cassette. And then I think in 95, we did a couple of songs for some compilations and stuff like that. And
you an original member? You are an original member, right?
I'm actually like the main original member, yeah. And John Duke as well from VOTOV. He's also an original member.
Cool. And
I mean, we started off as a 4-piece, and then through time we switched into a 3-piece, and then after, well, we got another guy as guitar for a little while, and then after that, it didn't work out with that guy particularly, and then I got into a car accident, and then it stopped for a while in 94, right? And then I guess 95, 96, we kind of kept doing stuff after I recovered from that, and we were a 3-piece for that whole time, and then it sort of fell apart. I started doing other things. I started doing Serrated Scalpel, and then I got into what's it called, EM, and Psychotic Gardening I started as well, and throughout all of that, John came back because John, the bass player, had left for a family. Like, he raised 2 kids, and they're adults now, so at some point he says, I'm going to come back and play bass, and so we got him to come in Psychotic Gardening. He joined in that, and then that's when VOTOV started happening. So then at some point, like, we started playing some Immortal Possession songs because, like I said earlier, Craig from CDN and some other labels and other, guys from other labels from across the world were like, we want to reissue the Immortal Possession demos. We want to reissue them. And we're like, nope, don't want to do it. It's not, we could do it better right now. And it's like, that's what we want to do, is re-record them for that purpose and whatever. Yeah, man, it's like, whatever. I want to replay those songs. So we actually demoed most of the songs right now, and they're wicked, right? So, but because Immortal Possession, the spirit of it has always been a 4-piece. There's always been 2 guitar players. I got one of my friends, Lee Arnone. He used to play in a band called Head Cramp from Thunder Bay back in the day. They recorded at the same studio, Bedside, that we did all our early cassettes. So we have this connection, and he's a wicked guitar player, man. This guy is like, and I'm all about, this shit right there, like, tightness, man. Really tight, fucking chip, 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 and no bullshit noise and shit, just tight. And he's that, so It's going to be a double guitar.
Am I understanding this correctly, that you're re-recording all your old material?
So for Immortal Possession, we have demoed all of, well, we're almost done. We got a couple of songs left to demo, but we are recording a choice of 9 songs or whatever, like an album for CDN, which we signed a deal with CDN, right? Same label as VOTOV. And we're going to be putting that out later on. I'm not sure when, I suppose when we're done, you know. And that's going to be like, we're going to choose like a really good album out of those songs. We're still going to demo them all so we can hear what we got, right? Sure. And it's wicked because, I mean, Derek is a wicked drummer. Yeah. And John's always been a wicked bass player, so that's always there. And with my buddy Lee playing guitar, it's just like I could do one side, he could do the other side, and you got the different, like we're doing different things because it's a 2 guitar player band, right? So it makes it extra awesome, right? So for Manitoba Metal Fest, which was supposed to happen like in April or whenever the fuck, I don't know, in the posters over there, we were supposed to play Immortal Possession, right, as the 4-piece that I described right now, and but that show got, you know, pushed back, and that's going to be happening in October, I believe, and hopefully, I mean, I don't know details on anything, but you know, and that's going to be awesome, and it's going to be that 4-piece, you know,
very cool.
With two guitar players, yeah. So it's going to be awesome, you know.
Yeah.
And he's recording on the album too, so you know it's going to be different in that sense. Oh, and on that album, on the Immortal Possession stuff, we had violins and we had a couple of other things in there too. So we're probably going to do that on certain songs as well because the originals had that. So we're going to do it. So it's going to be even extra that, you know,
epic,
that style. Yeah, that style. Because back then, you know, you hear like a song, Waltz of the Corpse, and it's got a violin in it throughout parts of it. And it's like, it's fine without it, but with it, it's really authentic and it's more like what it was. So, you know, we'll see. I mean, might get a real violinist to do it, or I might do it with keyboards. Either way, I need that violin in there, and it's going to happen because it's got to make it happen. It's the way it is, man.
Fucking A. It's got to be there. It's got to be there.
Yeah, that's the thing about us is we don't care about the rules. Like, in all these genres, subgenres, all this bullshit, like, we call ourselves old school death metal or whatever because that's what we sound like, and, you know, our mentality, we come from that. We're from the early 90s, right? So we just write with more of a simple mentality, like headbang and listen, like this kind of shit, you know? And if there's certain things that I don't fit in with this trend or that, I don't care. It's because I'm my own thing and I don't give a shit. Like, you know, like I'll just do what I want, and if I don't fit into black metal or whatever, you know? Because we got doom stuff and got the odd black metal sounding stuff, and it's like, you can't do that. Well, I don't care because I'm doing it. Whatever.
It's got to be that way.
Yeah.
Well, I want to thank you for your time, Chuck.
Well, thank you for yours too, man, and for you doing this show. It's really cool, man.
Well, thanks. Yeah, I had to do something too. I couldn't just sit around in quarantine, so that's why we're here today.
Yeah, exactly, man. Yeah, I like doing a lot of stuff too, and it's like, but lately I've been focused on, like, you know, getting all this album stuff done, you know, like I said, the VOTOV CD is like being manufactured, and it's going to be released August 14th, CDN Records.
Cool, yeah.
And
they can do it, and did I see a pre-sale something?
There's a pre-sale. Like, I put one on my thing. It's probably on VOTOV's page and everything on Facebook and all that. But, yeah, CDN has been really cool to us. And Craig Newman is, like, an awesome dude. And there's other friends of ours, you know, that are signed on that label right now, too, like Sadistic Embodiment, right?
Ah, very cool.
They got signed to that. And, you know, there's a bunch of bands, but I can't start naming a bunch of bands because then I'm going to leave someone out. I shouldn't name anybody.
Yeah, that always happens.
I don't like doing that, man, because there's so many bands that I love and enjoy so much. Then when I do interviews, if I don't mention somebody, I feel a little bit guilty because I'm like, damn, those guys are so awesome. I should have mentioned them. Shit, you know, like, I don't know.
Yeah, that's okay. There's no ill will.
Yeah, I know, eh?
Right on. Well, enjoy your super hot Winnipeg day.
32 degrees, man.
Holy shit. Yeah, I'm sure it will be here soon enough. And
No, wait a minute. I'm on the news right now. It's 40 degrees right now in Winnipeg. No, I'm just kidding. Sorry, I had to do that.
look up VOTOV. Look up Immortal Possession. Go pre-order everything. Go give Ninja Cat Productions and the Park Theater a like for putting all that together.
And you know what? Even Village Idiots, man, check them out. They're awesome.
Yeah, dude, they did a great job.
It's so good, eh? It's like, wow. Like I said, we were sitting back drinking beers after the show, like when we got home to our drummer's place and had some beers, and it was like, listen to that. Wow. Like, and the cameras were super clear and everything. It's like, wicked.
I was elated when I got to see it.
I
caught it live. I just happened to open my phone and it was live, and I was like, holy shit, and put it on the computer right away. And it was,
you know what? That's another weird thing. It being live, I thought about it a couple of times, and I'm like, wait a minute, that's wild. And it's like, oh yeah, weird. It's like,
and like you guys were keeping anywhere between 50 and 70 people. Like, I did not drop below like 58 or 6.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool, yeah.
Like, that's pretty neat about all that, right? Those are people you know, last year we wouldn't have gotten out to necessarily, you know?
Yeah.
So, right on. Well, thanks again, Chuck.
Thank you, man.
Yeah. Chuck is the best, eh? He's a good time. I tried to cut that interview down, but I was just talking with my buddy Chuck, and it was such a good time. And so somebody brought up they wanted to see the venue. Oh, see? There we go. Yeah, so allegedly holds 400 or 500, and we were down to that. So, I mean, it's better than nothing. And good on Corey Thomas and Ninja Cat Productions and the Park Theater for doing that, because they probably lost their ass. So, I know nobody has any money, but if you can support them, please do. Well, did you all enjoy the show? That was a good time. We'll start adding more skits in and stuff. I need writers. If you want to write some skits with me, fucking get a hold of me. Everybody knows me, right? Yeah. Thanks for watching. See you next week. Oh, what? No Conspiracy Corner? See, yeah. I should address the Conspiracy Corner. I was thinking about having a Conspiracy Corner, but I mean, all you kind of have to do is just watch the news right now. It's all just happening in front of you. So with Conspiracy Corner, I try to do off the beaten path stuff that's not being talked about so much. But I will say this. I never thought I'd say that the FBI gave me a late birthday present, because holy shit, hearing that she got arrested was fucking awesome. Gay username needs guidance. Until I know your true identity, I can't really interface with you, gay username. So anyways, I want to thank all of you for watching. I want to thank my bro Elliot there and Moon Griffin. That's what you were hearing in the lobby. You were hearing some Moon Griffin, their album Kibosh. Go check it out. And yeah, I want to thank everybody. Isn't the background's great? Adrian Edwards, he took these shots. He's letting me use them. Check out his website in the credits here. Again, thanks for your time, everybody. It's going to get better and better every week. Cheers.